Hey guys, how are we all? Episode 51, daily vlog. So, you saw the video yesterday. It was me talking about my 2-day test for the week record, which didn't really go to plan, unfortunately. Stuff like that happens, I get it, but I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone, because I got some incredible messages from people that just made me feel so positive about the outcome of that situation. So if you did chuck a comment in or send me a message saying something really nice, I just want to say that did not go unnoticed, and I'm really touched by, your thoughts and that you took the time to do that. So a massive thank you, because it was a little bit soul destroying for me, but these things are what they are. So today I want to talk a little bit about a big change that I've made with the bike since that, in a single day, and a couple of cheeky ways that I've actually saved a bit of weight on my bike packing setup recently, which I think could be useful information for you guys if you want to get into bike packing or ultra racing. And the first one, what I did was I actually used a bigger frame bag, and I know that doesn't really make sense, bigger, heavier. I decided to go for a slightly bigger frame bag, so instead of using bottles and cages, I could use a hydration bladder instead. So let's talk business about the weight saving of that. So I did this the other day and I weighed 3 bottles and 3 cages I was using, and it came to about 450 grams. That's a lot. That's nearly half a kilo just in plastic, just to hold 2.5 litres of water, when you can actually get a hydration bag which only weighs 200 grams, including the pipe as well. So that's a very interesting thought there. And I thought, hey, why don't I try using a hydration bladder? I'm looking at people like James Hayden, they're using hydration bladders. How come I haven't thought about doing this? And then it led me to think, well, not only is that a weight saving going from bottles to a hydration bladder, it's kind of a time saving as well. So instead of getting my bottles out 1, 2, 3, quickly rinsing them, more water, powder, messing about, it was literally just unscrew the top, fill it back up, put some hydration powder in, and chuck it back in, click the pipe back in, and gone. It even made it a little bit more convenient to drink on the bike. So it was lighter, and I actually found it much more convenient to use. I did go through a stage of using a hydration bladder years and years ago, and I questioned why I came away from it, and then I remembered that I actually got attacked by a dog in South America, and it ripped into my hydration bladder, and I was scared of getting rabies. So I decided to bin the bladder. So that was a really successful way of saving some weight there. So with the success of using a hydration bladder, I thought, well, actually that means I could probably get away with using a full frame bag instead. So I decided to go for a full frame bag, and let me show you that now. How cool does that look? What's interesting about that one is that's actually a stock. That isn't custom made. That's a stock size, and it fits absolutely perfectly. That is 1 in 200 chance of that fitting that well on any bike, and it does. So hey, happy days. So I normally run tubeless. So with tubeless comes a lot of advantages in my eyes, whether the tyres be bigger, smaller. I think it's such a beneficial thing to have when bike packing and ultra distance. And I'll make another video about that at some point, explaining why I use tubeless pretty much religiously. But you still have to carry tubes in case you get a very big slit in your tyre which the tubeless doesn't seal, and you're on a really long trip. You're going to have to carry some tubes in case the worst case scenario of getting a slit in the front and the back happens and you have to replace it with tubes. So I've been taking these with me, and these are pretty big badass tubes. I use long valves because I've got deep dish wheels, and these are Kenda. It's a very cheap brand. This, no word of a lie, weighs 180 grams. 180 grams. That's huge. So I decided to see what other tubes are on the market, because I don't need anything this badass. I need something just light. I'm not gonna lie, the amount of times I've had to replace a tube into a tubeless setup has been once in probably 15,000 miles of bike packing and racing, just once. So I'll still carry 2, but then I thought there must be a lighter, easier, smaller tube to use, and I found one. So this is called a Continental Supersonic, and it weighs 50 grams. It may not be the most amazing puncture resistant air holding tube in the world, but it's 50 grams. It is less than a third of a standard tube. Look at the size of it, it's tiny. You know, what an easy way. So if you're carrying 2 of those while you're bike packing, you're wasting loads of space, and that is 360 grams. This would be, 2 of these would be 100. So let's put all that weight saving together from bottles and big tubes. So on the bottom, the hydration, I saved about 250 grams. On this, I've saved 220 grams. Like literally, overall, I have saved half a kilo there on bike weight, which is pretty impressive. A lot of bike packing ultra super lightweight race setups, we're talking there about 12.5 kilos, 12 kilos. So let's knock 500 grams off that. It's 11.5 kilos, half a kilo. That's a lot of weight to lose on a bike. Yeah, so I was really impressed. That's a really easy way to lose some weight on your bike packing setup, in my eye. Tubes and bottles, something so standard and so simple. Anyway guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, drop us a comment, tell me about some other ways that you've saved weight on your bike packing setups. If you haven't subscribed yet, as you know, I'm going for the week record, which is quite cool. So make sure you subscribe and see if I can do it.